Undeniably, one of the hardest things you need to learn to do in your career is finding fans for your music. With so many different routes and ways and things you can focus on in terms of what makes you unique as an artist, you can quickly get sucked into analysis paralysis in terms of what to market to potential fans. We've talked about this before, but today we're going to dive deep and look at what you can do to market to your viewers and turn them into fans. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As always, you're here with Evan, aka 3Van, aka your man 3Van. I'm excited because we got a really great video for you guys today, but before we dive into it, just make sure you're subscribed really quickly. Today's subject: what can I show about myself and my music to convert viewers into committed fans? In our last video, we briefly touched on getting your first fans as an upcoming artist and ways you can build community with them digitally and in person. Today, we want to look at a few different elements of your artistry and approaches that you can apply to convert regular, engaged viewers into your fans. All of these entry points to finding fans of your music are related and interconnected, the difference being the starting point, while the destination will remain the same: converting them into fans. And the entry points that we're going to tackle for today include these four, but are not limited to them: genre, emotion, aesthetic, and message. Our first entry point is genre. We spoke directly on genre in the last video, talking about how you can take your broad genre, niche it down to micro genres, and then use that information to locate where online fans are finding this music for themselves. Today we're going to go a little bit further though. If you're a genre first artist, which will probably be a lot of us, think about what you can do to become the face of your genre. Take your unique style that you have with the blends of other styles within you and start to build your genre. And in practice it looks like this: starting with the micro genre that we just identified in our previous video, the one that you relate the most to personally, and slowly just building out from there. This is where you'll want to combine the branding we've done before and the knowledge of your sound to truly flesh out and build this world. Ask yourself this in this process: what is similar to what exists and what is different? What do you like and want to apply to your own genre? What makes your take unique from the micro genre? We're going to call your specific micro genre that we're building everything around, we're going to call that the derivative, while the micro genre that you're pulling inspiration from, we're going to call that the existent. Your derivative, your new genre, is going to be much more than just a sound. It's an entire world, as we've been saying already, with visuals, aesthetics, outfits, all that sort of stuff. Content for someone who is a genre-focused artist and creator would look like this: balancing content by shifting between what is typical and commonplace marketing for the existent and showcasing your derivative in the world that you are building, allowing you to cultivate fans of your derivative by adding to the existent. If you're familiar with artist Bryson Tiller, he is a great example of someone who has been able to build a successful derivative genre that has ultimately blossomed into a micro-genre nowadays. He started with the emerging trap sound and merged it with the already present 2010s R&B to create trap soul. His music videos demonstrated this world, pulling people into it and creating a universe where the only possible soundtrack was his derivative genre. And that's what you want to be able to do: showcase a world and make your derivative genre the exclusive sound of that world. And you can do this with more than two subgenres as well too, albeit it will get more complicated as you blend more into your marketing, but two is a good place to start if you find yourself floating between two subgenres roughly. In terms of what a strategy would look like for a genre first artist, obviously the place you want to start with is your music. Understand as much as you can about the music you're making and want to make, and demonstrate it through the use of your content. And from this point you have options in terms of where you can pivot from there, seeing as the music is the foundation for everything. You could go to emotion next, leveraging it to show how it shaped your perception of the world, the aesthetic around you, and culminating in the words and beliefs that you put into your music. You can go to the aesthetic next and show how being in that world has made you feel things emotionally, what it's made you feel emotionally, and gave you the beliefs and message that you have now. You could also go message first from here, showing how your beliefs shaped your relation with emotion and what you choose to keep around you and interact with aesthetically. One approach may feel a little bit more natural than the rest in this process, so take the time to really process all of these and get through to what will work for you. So our second entry point is emotion. We haven't talked about emotion a whole lot yet in terms of our marketing adventure together, but don't be mistaken. This is not because it isn't important. Emotion is actually one of the most crucial roles in building a relationship with your fans, and learning how to use them to bond with people is absolutely imperative. Take an artist like Joji, for example. Joji is an artist who dips and dives between a variety of sound palettes in his music, yet always maintaining this yearning, wistful, longing heartbreak in every release. Just look at the similarities between songs like Slow Dancing in the Dark, Can't Get Over You, Will He, Yeah Right, and Glimpse of Us. all sonically very different songs, yet fans keep coming back despite these differences. And that's because of the emotion that he conveys through the use of his music. When fans know to expect a certain emotion or story to add more insight to that emotional world you're building out, they keep coming back to see what the next song will bring. Will it plunge you deeper into the emotion that's already existent, or will it pull you out of it and into something different? This is also a way that you become able to tie narrative to the emotion that you're building around as well. The fact of the matter is this: music is a mood-altering substance. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Music is a mood-altering substance. And you are, in this analogy, the manufacturer and a dealer. Your job is to find the people who will become hooked on it and keep on feeding them to get them coming back again and again for more and more. I know it sounds like something else, but that's just the reality of how it is. And of course, with emotion you can tell story, which allows you to build the world and bring people into it along with you. Your job as an artist now becomes this: find ways to make the dosage of emotion in your music stronger and stronger, and accompany it with moving, mood-altering content. There's a saying in sales, if they cry, they will buy. Well, your job is to elicit an emotional response so powerful and strong that they feel something on the same level of crying from your music. Let's be real, somebody who cries to your song is going to be a fan for life and come back again and again. Your goal, if you start with emotion, is to become the emotion artist. If you can become that artist for fans and create that mental neural link with them, you will get people both coming back intermittently to catch up on your music and constant fans. You begin to build this interest structure in the same way that Drake operates currently. Are there people who listen to Drake all the time? Definitely. Are there people who listen to Drake intermittently? Absolutely. And that's where you want to sit as an artist and get to a level where you don't need to depend on people constantly streaming your music, because the volume of people flocking to your music at one time whenever your release is so strong and powerful that every chance that you drop a release, you have a chance to convert those intermittent fans into the constant listeners. For example, I have a yearning for person list of artists that I go to when I'm in that frame of mind. It is winter after all, so I go to it a lot. You want to get onto that list that your fans have for the emotion artist. That is a cheat code to a lifelong connection and will keep people coming back again and again to your music, because once they're listening to Evan's Heartbreak song, they are coming back next time I drop to see, oh, is this going to be something the same? Is it going to be something different? If it's different, that's not really going to affect anything because they still have that one song. But if it's the same and it adds to the emotion that they're expecting, you might even convert a fan even deeper. You might be able to convert a fan from intermittent to constant at that point. If you're an emotion-first artist and want a strategy centered around it, you will want to demonstrate how you use your music to cope with, present, process these emotions, voicing your beliefs and message as well too on the things that made you feel what you felt and the things that continue to surround you aesthetically. Another strong point of entry for you to use to grab the attention of your potential fans is aesthetic, the world around you that you find yourself building out and being a part of. The importance of an aesthetic is that it allows you to leverage certain interests, hobbies, tastes, vibes, and other material or immaterial elements to build that bond. It is a very connection-driven engagement strategy, relying on diving deep into the interests and tastes that you have to find community with others. Content for this entry point would look like taking clips of your favorite TV shows, video games, animes, and layering your music in with it. It could also showcase you doing some kind of hobby while your music is playing in the background, or a clip of scenery with your music tied in somehow. It relies on showing something that people will connect with, and having your music present to subconsciously get them to bond with your music as well too, giving them a surface level entry point and following that up with a song. An artist who I've always admired for their use of aesthetics has been Quadeka. He has some of the most experimentally proficient music I've ever heard as well too, but the worlds he builds out in support of his projects are absolutely incredible. They immerse you so much into the world that he's trying to build around his music, and it makes you just feel at home. The Kid Laroi is also at a place commercially where he's doing some of the same stuff as well. Aesthetic really relies on being unafraid to show your interests and lean into them to form close relationships with your dedicated fans and consumers of them as well, leveraging your knowledge and presentation of content related to them in order to bring people into your music and world. Very much an important skill to learn and leverage. If you're an aesthetic first artist, you'll definitely want to start to show the sound that accompanies your unique aesthetic, almost by de facto reshaping how the rest of the world has interpreted that aesthetic now through your music. You can then move to the emotions felt by dwelling in that aesthetic for as long as you've been, and then of course how it has gone on to shape your message and beliefs on the world that has emerged from it. So our final entry point for today is the message. For my artists out there who want the words and message of their music to be the things that fans latch on onto the most, this is the best entry point for you. Message is a strong entry point for those who have found their lyrics as a connection point between them and viewers. This serves as a narrative companion to aesthetic and emotion as well too, where message focuses on using what is already being said to bond with people. It relies on having something compelling to say before the music even starts to play. Artists who make love songs and can speak to the relationship drama and trauma that surrounds it, they compare a hot take about relationships with a piece of content, including their song in it, and just rinse and repeat it until it catches on. Unfortunately, the best example that comes to mind for me, and I use the word best very loosely here, of a message-based artist right now is Tom MacDonald. And anyone familiar with him is also probably cringing with me right now a little bit. I will give credit where credit's due. He leverages his message heavily to reach his fans and get them to engage with his music. And as abrasive as it is, his fans show up for him, evidenced by the millions of streams and views that his music generates whenever he releases. Whether you like it or not, his message gets people to click, and they eventually turn into fans, so it is a strategy that works, and we do have to acknowledge it. Content to support this message-based entry would be quoting a lyric from your music in your content from the start to grab the attention of people in agreement or disagreement before bringing your music to them through the audio. If you're starting with your message, you really want to use the message of your music to connect with emotion next, instead of shifting to sound. When dealing with something as sensitive as beliefs and possible traumas and dramas as well too, you want to ease people along the journey towards music, because going to music that is stemming from convicting beliefs can feel like a hard tonal shift for some people. It makes logical sense next to step into aesthetic, so people can understand the things and environment that have shaped your message and how and why you see those things. And then finally, once you've gone through message, emotion, and aesthetic, you can bring your music into the field of view. With all this information, how do we proceed as artists? Let's summarize everything that we've talked about. If you're a genre-based artist, find your existent microgenre and use it to build the world of your derivative microgenre, to begin establishing uniqueness while remaining familiar and relatable to fans of your content. If you're an emotions-based artist, find ways to turn the dial up to 100 on those emotions and supply your fans with a powerful combination of mood-altering music and content, becoming the emotion artist. If you're an aesthetic-based artist, find ways to showcase the world you find yourself immersed in, present the elements of it, and bring people in through show and tell, allowing them to feel validated and seen by the world you find yourself in. If you're a message-based artist, look for ways to demonstrate your message and lyrical content, getting people who can relate to your words and then exposing them to your music. And then, of course, move from wherever you feel comfortable starting through the rest of the entry points as well. Doing this will allow you to reach fans of many different interests, even if they aren't fans of absolutely each and every part of what we just described. You might get somebody who isn't a fan of hip-hop music warming up to your music because they love everything else about what your brand stands and represents for. For example, they might start really engaging with the aesthetic that you find yourself in, the message that you're putting into your music, and the emotion that comes with it. The more chances that you can provide to your fans to connect with your music, the more you'll start to really build that strong, solid, unshakable fan base that's going to help you achieve longevity in the music industry. And as usual, if you're struggling with the actual building the sound of your music that comes before all of this, in terms of making great music, I have an independent artist information system that I've developed that encompasses everything that I've learned in terms of technical skills and approaches within my 10-year career in the music industry. It teaches the basics of absolutely everything you need to know as an independent artist, along with exercises along the way to strengthen those skills and build up that confidence. And yeah, that's it for the video today, guys. I appreciate everybody who stuck around till the end. Hopefully you found some great ideas from it. Make sure you're taking notes as always when these videos are going on, so you don't have to come back and relearn everything. I promise you this will be stuff that really helps to propel your career forward. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful. If you're still someone trying to network with people as well, drop your information below and see if you can network with another artist. Reach out to me on any of the socials as usual and just say hi. If you're interested in more direct guidance as well too, feel free to shoot me an email or to shoot me a comment down below as well too. Tap in with the music as well too. If you're curious to see what's going on in my world sonically, I've got singles coming out every week, so if you're looking to see what I'm marketing and how well it's succeeding, that world is always an option for you as well too. And yeah, we're all in this together, guys. I appreciate you guys being here as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.